12 minutes later, but we had some technical problems. But I will make sure that it's all worth it to be here today because, of course, this Friday night we also could have spent in the cinema or we could do other things. But these are all committed people that want something for the future of their lives, and that's why you are here. So I'm gonna start right away. It's gonna take around 20 to 25 minutes. After me will come the newly promoted ambassadors of the company, Moin and Omnia Islam, that will give us some updates, of course, about our trip to Iceland and some strategies that we are going to implement. So the best we will have it for the last. But what I'm going to do is share my screen. I'm going to go through the presentation. Oh, let's see. I have to mute people, I see. How do I do that? 1 second. I'm not that technical. Is everybody muted? If you hear this, please mute yourself so everybody has a good connection. And then we will start. Yes, is everybody muted?
Paulo, they are not muted yet. Can you please mute them?
Perfect. Okay, then we're gonna start. Because this is a presentation, as you know, from Omnia, proud partner of Genesis Mining. What's very important to understand is that I'm gonna do it in 3 steps. I'm gonna start with a little update about what is cryptocurrency, because maybe you're listening and you don't have any idea what cryptocurrency is. After that, I will talk about us and our amazing partner, Genesis Mining. And then I will give you some compensation plan details, so stay tuned. Digital world is part of our DNA. Now, that is something that everybody knows. It's how we stay connected. It's how we stay in touch with our loved ones. And sometimes, because everything is digitalizing so quickly, we don't have any idea that 10 years ago it was completely different. If you look at how we used to send letters, in Holland we had this big company named PTT. It doesn't exist for a long time, but this is how we used to send letters. Today, nowadays we do it all through emails. How we used to travel. Right now people are driving fancy cars and everything, but we used to do it like this. How we used to make phone calls. How we used to record movies. But mankind invented internet, software and technologies, of course, and everything is going forward. So every single day people are breaking every barrier and difficulty. Yes? So everything is digitalizing. But what about banking? Banking is something that didn't digitalize at all. Please mute yourself. I hear somebody whispering. I don't know if it is some people or a bird. But please mute yourself. Yes? Now, hardly technology innovation comes to mind because banks, everybody knows that they take all kinds of fees of us. Billions of people, 2.1 billion to be precisely, from people 18 years and older, so adults, don't have access to a bank account. Here in west of Europe, everybody has a bank account. But think about countries in Asia, think about countries in South America. It is not something that everybody has. And if you don't have a bank account, of course, you can't come into the financial system that everybody is into it. So, of course, as well, inflation, because banks isn't something good that we can transfer money. That's how we used to do it the last 100 years. But what the banks also do is print money. Yeah? If we will do that at home, we will be all in jail. But with the banks do it, it's good. But that's why there was hyperinflation. As you see, $100,000 in 1980 is worth in 2017 only $63,000. That's 531% inflation rate. It's crazy if you think about it. But even now, we pay with the euro, but it doesn't matter if you have the pound or you have the lira or whatever place you are on earth. Imagine this, 100 of your currency, even if it's pound or euro today, is a lot different than what you could do with it 10 years ago. And everybody knows it. And everybody knows that there's got to be something better, faster, and more trustworthy in this era. Yes? And this is what Bitcoin is actually was actually doing. It started all in 2008, right after the financial crisis. And why? Because this person, this group, nobody knows who it is, but these people, they knew that they needed to change some things. And why? Because are always middlemen involved that take a lot of commissions and everything, a lot of fees, and that costs a lot for us to do transactions. Think about Western Union. If you want to send money to the other side of the world, you lose at least 10%. It's crazy if you think about it, because technology is going forward and forward. Think about email. Yeah, what if we could send money like an email with one click on the button to the other side of the world without costs? That is what Bitcoin is like. Bitcoin is just a currency, like the dollar, like the pound, like the euro, but it gives the ability to transfer money without a middleman, and that makes it a lot more cheaper. And what's also very important is that it has no inflation, because we have a limited amount of coins that can be mined. Mining means producing. Yes, the paper money that we know today, doesn't matter if it is pound, euro, or dollar. Yes, that is being printed. Digital money, what we do with that to create it, is mining. I will talk a little bit more about it in a later stadium. Some facts about Bitcoin. As you see, in 2011, the value of Bitcoin was 30 cents. By 2013, it was 1100. 2 weeks ago, when this presentation was made, it was 2,500. And today, the last time that I looked into it, it was over $4,000. So it's crazy, but it's developing very, very rapidly. Yes? And what you see here on the right, $22 Bitcoin investment brings Norwegian man a fortune. He invested $22. He forgot about the investment. And a couple of years later, 4 years later to be precisely, he had $850,000. Yes? But it's not only from an investment point of view. As you see, a lot of multinationals, a lot of companies, a lot of merchants accept the Bitcoin as a payment system. Yes? So you can pay it at Expedia, and here in Holland you have Thuisbezorgd, you have the Microsoft. I know that you can buy a Tesla, you can buy your car with it. And what you see is here, more than 27 million merchants accept Bitcoin globally. Yes? And it's crazy if you think about it, because it becomes more popular and people want it. It works like gold. It works with on demand and supply, you know? If there's more demand, the price goes up. If there's more supply, the price goes down. But what you see is because the future is digitalizing, it will only be more and more. And here you see it. If you bought $100 of Bitcoin 7 years ago, you'll be sitting right now on 72.9 million. Yes? And this is not the end. You know, when I get to know about Bitcoin, that is like, it was December 2015. It was back then, it was around $300. They already reached a point that it was $1,200. So I thought, oh, it's too late. I missed the boat. So I never invested in it. Yes? But right now, as you see, it's going up and up and up. Only this year, it already more than doubled. And there are experts saying that before the end of this year, the Bitcoin will reach $5,000. There are experts that saying that in the future it can be 10,000. Richard Branson says that it can be 250,000. And right now there are even experts telling that it has the potential to be 1 million. Crazy if you think about it, but don't wait any longer. It's not only Bitcoin. Bitcoin was the first one, but of course, it keeps expanding and expanding. Right now we have over 800 different coins on the market. The Ethereum is one of the most popular coins after Bitcoin. It is the second biggest in the market capitalization, and they also call it a Bitcoin 2.0 version. And why? Because they have all kind of extra things. They work with smart contracts. It's very, very interesting to look at it, because a lot of companies worldwide are using this system to implement the blockchain, to implement the smart contracts in the system. So it gives a lot of possibilities, and that's why it's so popular. Beginning of this year, when I get to know about Ethereum, it was around $8. Right now, it's over $300. So this is what cryptocurrency is all about, people and ladies and gentlemen. Zcash. Zcash, also a very strong currency. I will not talk about all of the currencies. it's more important that you know which currencies we can mine. And of course, you can take a look at Google about Ethereum, about Zcash, about Litecoin. Litecoin is also very strong because it's the small brother of Bitcoin. They say about Bitcoin always that's the digital gold. Litecoin is kind of the digital silver. But this year also, as you see in the graphics, is going up and up. 1 year ago, cryptocurrency sector was 11 billion. 4 years ago, it was less than 4 billion. If you look at last January, so that we're talking about 8 months ago, the total market capitalization was 20 billion, and right now it's over 140 billion. It's crazy. Only in the last 8 months, it expanded 7 times what it was 8 months ago. So my advice is jump into cryptocurrency, ladies and gentlemen. It's very important. It is the future. Don't live under a rock. Look for the trends. Look what's happening right now and buy cryptocurrency. If you want it, if you want cryptocurrency, if you believe in cryptocurrency, there are 2 types of people that jump into. One are the people that buy it at the exchange. That is good. Nothing wrong with that. But that's the same as buying your clothes at the store. That's how I always say it to people that don't know about cryptocurrency. But if you mine cryptocurrencies, it's very logical that if you are at the starting point, if you take your clothes and the fabric, of course, it takes a little bit longer to create it, but you have more, will have a lot more profit. And that's a big advantage of mining. Yes? And what our partner does, our partner is Genesis Mining. We are Omnia, a proud partner of Genesis Mining. Genesis Mining is a company that's already there for 4.5 years. What has his system? What has his track record? They're the biggest Ethereum mining pool of the world. And maybe you're thinking right now from, okay, that's nice, very nice that I hear all kinds of things about mining. But what is it precisely? Last Monday until Wednesday, we were in Iceland to look at, to Genesis Mining, to visit their mining farm. And I want to give you guys a small preview about what it is. Because when I heard the first time about mining farm, I thought, okay, that's maybe a farm, something with cows. No, it's completely different. So take a look, 1 minute, and I will be back.
Hello, I am Enigma, the world's largest mining facility for Ethereum. Ethereum is the first world computer. It is a decentralized network that can be used by anyone and is capable of running applications with no possibility of downtime, censorship, or fraud. These applications, called smart contracts, require a certain kind of fuel to run them. The network's own native currency, the Ether. It is a form of payment made by the users of the platform to the machines to execute all requested operations. Anyone can earn Ether and help secure the network by volunteering processing power to the network. This process is called mining. All around the world, people are using their computers at home to be a part of this collective effort. Our Enigma farm is a computation cluster built for exactly this venture. If you are as fascinated by the Ethereum project as we are and want to participate, head over to our website and become a part of the project.
Yes. Okay, so you have a small preview about the biggest Ethereum mining pool of the world. That is in Iceland. We were there, what I just mentioned, last Monday until Wednesday. It was amazing to meet the founders of Omnia. It was amazing to meet the founder of Genesis Mining. We talked a lot, we heard a lot, of course we learned a lot, and that's the most important thing. But I'm very confident to promote this. And why? Because it's a very stabilized company. Yes, as you see, they mine the following coins. They mine Litecoin, they mine Ethereum, they mine Ethereum Classic, they mine Zcash, they mine Bitcoin. But it's not only the hash rate that you purchase with them. It's not only the hash rate. You also buy into Genesis Mining's expertise. what is very strong about Genesis Mining is that they are continuously searching for the most profitable coin to mine. So what happened with Ethereum, right now they're the biggest Ethereum mining pool of the world, but 4 years ago when they started, they only mined Litecoin and Bitcoin. Yes, that's how they started. Before last summer, summer 2016, when Ethereum was around $3, that is when they started to mine Ethereum. Imagine that you were with them, that you were mining, and that you thought, hey, Ethereum, let's go with them, and you were mining Ethereum. One thing is for sure, you will never need to work again. Genesis Mining is seen on several very credible sources: the Huffington Post, CoinDex, TEDx, the Cointelegraph, Business Insider, The Economist, and you name it. This is only a small glimpse of it. But what's very strong about it is that in Forbes, that article you can read, it's online. There's an article in Forbes that was written about Genesis Mining in December 2016. There, if you read it, you see that they had only 300,000 customers. Yes? Right now, today, they have over 700,000 customers. And that is very good, but the most important thing to name is that they did it without network marketing. They did it only because they have a good product. Can you imagine? With a good product, a good idea. And that's why people that want cryptocurrency, they go into Genesis Mining for mining. Here you see some differences from buying versus mining. Of course, I already mentioned that mining is a lot more profitable, and why with buying you have only 3 options: or the price goes up, or the price goes down, or you trade it with another coin. And here you should see at the right side, you can continue to hold, you can allocate to another profitable coin, you can do a lot. But what I found very interesting of it is that you create a passive income for yourself. Yes? Okay, now this is the Bitcoin mining plan. As you see, we have several packages. It starts with $100 and you can go until $25,000. What you see is what you get. So you see that you get a certain amount of hash rate. You see that the payout is the half. And why is it the half? Because the other half makes sure that, that you will always have lifetime mining. So the electricity cost, the maintenance fee, the reinvest, everything takes place of the other 50%. Yes? And this makes it very strong, very profitable, and it gives you, of course, a lot of security. For the Ethereum mining plan, the packages are the same, but instead of gigahash, here you have megahash, but the packages remain the same. It's from $100 until $25,000. Yes? What's very interesting is that you can precisely calculate what you want. Because, for example, a package of 8,500 with the hash rate, you see 24,285 for Bitcoin. If you do it at the mining calculator, this is 99 Bitcoin mining calculator. They make a calculation, and as you see here, in one day you have 0.007 Bitcoin. That means $20. In 1 month you will have around $600, and like that you can calculate for yourself how long it takes to become break even for your investment. And you can calculate, hey, what kind of profit am I looking in the next coming years? And that's very interesting to see. But of course, you can already see that's a lot more profitable to mine than buy the coins. And that's very interesting because actually what we're doing is cryptocurrency is a trend. You know, cryptocurrency is the future. Everybody knows it. And we provide people with an opportunity to mine the coins for themselves. Most people that I speak to want cryptocurrency but don't even know what mining is. Yes, so we have a very, very unique opportunity right here. So if you want to start, if after my broken English you understood some kinds of things and are interested, you can register with the sponsor link. That's invitation only. So ask the person that invited you to come here in the webinar, ask them for the sponsor link and you can register right away. You choose your mining plan. That means that you choose which cryptocurrency you want to mine. After that, you give your e-wallet, recommend Exodus or Bitpanda or CoinMama. We have several wallets. Everybody can look for it, what's the best for themselves. Yes? Submit your wallet address, of course, in your back office because the company needs to know where they need to pay out. Most interesting part is, and that's what I didn't mention yet, is you start with mining 5 days after your package is purchased. So if you purchase it today, 5 days from now, every single day, if you mine Bitcoin, you get a small piece of Bitcoin in your e-wallet. If you mine Ethereum, of course, it is every single day a piece of Ethereum in your e-wallet. Very interesting. After that, of course, you can choose if you hold it or that you exchange it in an exchange. But of course, yeah, there's one thing that I want to say: happy mining. For most people that were looking into this, this is the end. And why? Genesis Mining is there already for 4.5 years. That's what I already mentioned. They're already the biggest Ethereum mining pool of the world. They are already the biggest Ethereum, the biggest cloud mining company of the world. Yes? And this is something that they do very successfully without a marketing plan. But if you are like me and you are somebody ambitious that wants to make something out of life and think, hey, this is the trend of the moment. People want cryptocurrency. Less than only 6% of the world knows what cryptocurrency is. Less than 1% of the world has cryptocurrency. And I know that in the future, cryptocurrency will be a lot more, a lot bigger than the physical money that we have today. Then you see that we're looking into an open, very, very open, big market. Yes? And for those people that are like, hey, if I can promote this, I know a couple of people that for who this will be interesting. They can also do the network marketing part. So take a look at it. First of all, we have the direct sales. What does that mean? If you talk to Sam or to Jane and you explain them about this business, or you plug them in the next webinar that we will have, and they say, hey, Paulo, interesting. I want to start with an $8,500 strong miner package. That means that I get directly 10% of each person that I sponsor directly. The second bonus is a daily network bonus. Yes? And this will be paid out in cryptocurrency. What's important to know about the direct sales, this you get paid in fiat currency. So you get it paid in dollars, in euros, in pounds, wherever you are. Here, how it works is that you always have a strong team and a weaker team. What does that mean? The strong team is the team with the biggest volume, with the biggest turnover in packages, yes? You get always paid 10% of your weaker leg. So in this example, that Sam has $12,000 turnover and Jane has $10,000 turnover, that means that you would have received 10% of the 10,000 of Jane, so that means that you had earned $1,000. And what you see above, the next day, Jane starts with 0 because the 10,000 is paid out. You already received the 1,000. The 10,000 will also be taken off the 12,000, so there stays 2,000 left, and that will be carried on forward to the next day. Yes? As you see, we work with cycles. Every $1,000 turnover in your weak leg creates a cycle, and it depends which package you have by yourself, how many cycles you can have for each day. The third bonus is the daily generation matching bonus. Very easy. If I introduce like Sam and Jane and I help them to make an income out of network bonus, then at the end of the week, I get a percentage about the total amount that they made. So this stimulates people to help each other. And personally, I found it a very interesting way to work with, because in normal life, if you work at an office, there's never a manager that will tell you, hey, let me help you come to my position. Let me help you making money. I will make some extra money. No, it's not like that. Yes? The fourth one is the monthly extra turnover bonus. And here you see 8 categories. What does that mean? If you do 25K turnover in your week leg, you already received 10% of it. So 2,500 you had already received in the networking bonus. But they give you an additional 5% of the 25,000 volume. So that means a $1,250 extra. Yes? If you have $24,000 volume, you will not have this bonus. So it are really targets to reach. If you have for category 2, 100,000 volume, you get an extra 4%. So that means an extra $4,000 in that same month. If you have 99,000 and you didn't reach it, then you fall back to the 25K category you run, and you will receive 1,250 bonus. So it's very interesting at the end of the month to look what you can reach and to to receive what you deserve. Yes? And you see a lot of categories. Of course, we're gonna go for the 50 million, of course. Yes, but that's for everybody personally what you want to achieve. We also have a career ladder for the people that are very ambitious. The first 3 positions are the bronze executive, silver executive, and gold executive. Yes? What does that mean? Bronze executive is somebody that starts, and on his left and on his right, he introduces somebody directly. Then he will always also be qualified to earn all the 4 bonuses in the compensation plan. Most people actually start like this. So they start with a bigger amount above. So for example, you start with the 8,500 package above, and left and right, you do a 500 package to be immediately qualified. This I will recommend to you all. Yes? The next one is silver executive. Here you help somebody on your left and in your right team to become bronze executive. So you sponsor on your left somebody that starts with a triangle, you sponsor on your right somebody that wants to start with a triangle, and congratulations, you are a silver executive. And all the next steps is just a duplication of this, because how do you become gold executive? Gold executive you become to help somebody in your left team and on your right team to become silver executive. Platinum you reach if you help 2 people become gold executive. What's interesting of this is that you here get a nice reward. Here they offer you the latest iPad. They will be sent to your home. The sapphire position you will reach when you help 3 persons in your organization become platinum, with 1 at least in your weaker leg. Yeah? Here they send to your home a MacBook Pro. For the ruby position, here it starts to becoming very, very interesting. Yes, here you help 3 people become sapphire. You have in your strong leg a minimum of 120,000 turnover, in your weak leg 80,000, and this gives you an amazing dream travel to Ibiza. Who wants to go to Ibiza? Let me see your hands. Okay. For diamonds, 2 rubies on each side. Yes, you see the recommended volume that you need to reach, but if you have 2 rubies on your side, of course you reach this volume. Then you also have nice incentives that I will talk about a little bit later. Blue diamond, black diamond, and crown diamond are the top positions in the company. From diamond, it really starts, and why this is a newly formed company. Omnia is very new. The pre-launch only started the 1st of August. We still need to be launched officially. Yes, so you're really on the right place at the right moment. Yes, so it's very important to, if you see a career for yourself, to reach out for diamond as soon as possible, because here you will really have a voice in the company. And that's of course important, definitely if you're new in your marketplace. So what I already told, for the rubies, yes, you will have an all expensive paid trip to Ibiza. This will be a 3-day trip with a lot of new promoted rubies, so perfectly to network, perfectly to enjoying your hard work. And I'm looking forward to see you all guys in Ibiza. For the diamonds, we will have a dream travel in the Caribbean. Yes? So this is a trip of 5 days. Of course, this is a lot more luxury, and this is like the next level. For the blue diamonds, you will be offered a Porsche 911 or Cayenne. You can choose which one. You can choose the color. You can choose everything. Yes? Only important thing that I want to add is that the car in your marketplace needs to be a maximum of 100,000, and they provide it. So it's not a lease contract, it's not a down payment, no, nothing. Even as soon as you reach it, you get the car, and that's for always. It's your car. For the black diamond position, they give you a Ferrari 458, and for the crown diamond position, here you will be offered a Lamborghini Aventador for a maximum of 500,000 euro. And of course, you will have a diamond ring, so everybody will see that you are the crown diamond. Now, this is very interesting. Of course, you don't need to do it for the incentives, but of course, if you're working and you get these rewards, it's very, very interesting. But it's only a stimulation to build your structure in the right way. Because if you build it to reach the positions, you will see that you're continuously helping people in your team to make money. And that is the most important thing of this all. Yes? The last thing that we want to say is this one, last but not least. And this is that what I already told you, 1st of August, we started the pre-launch. 17th of September, we have in the UK, we have an amazing event with one of the founders of Genesis Mining, Jakob Dolic. We also heard in Iceland the 2nd guest speaker that will very soon be announced. This is a Bitcoin expert that's in digital currency from the start. Since 2008, He's mining Bitcoins and he's very known in the industry. He's a speaker at several Bitcoin conferences all over the world. He's invited everywhere, and we have the honor to invite him as well at our event, 17th of September. So make sure you get your tickets, or ask your upline or the person that that sends you this webinar link how is possible to get your tickets, because the seats are very limited. Yes? What I want to do is, of course, stop with sharing my screen. Yes? And what I want to do is, if I think that they are already ready. Are you ready, Moin and Munir? If you're ready, say I'm ready. I think they're ready, so I'm gonna unmute them in a bit. But of course, I don't want to put them like this in the presentation. These are the persons that I'm very, very proud of, that I am in their organization. Oh, wait a second. I see here some questions, I think. How can we see if you are mining and how much is mined? You can see it, of course, in your back office, and you receive it every single day in your wallet. Yes? So you can see it like that. Okay, that was the only question. Are there more questions? If there's a question, type it, say it, whatever you want. No? Okay, then we go to the next part. Last but definitely not least, these are two brothers that I know for a couple of years now. They are really network marketing legends. In their previous company, they had an organization of more than 30,000 people, and in less than 1.5 years, they made over 5 million in commissions. So these are extremely, extremely successful people. And based on this track record, of course, they've been approached directly by the CEO of Omnia to be the first representative starting in this company. Besides that, the last couple of days when we were in Iceland, it was officially announced that they are not only the first distributors, but because they are so credible and because they are growing so rapidly, as they have right now an organization of over 3,000 people already, because they are so credible, they said, listen, you guys, we see so much potential in you guys. You will be an ambassador for whole Europe and for a piece of South America. So if you need something, if you want something for your marketplace in Europe, in South America, or whatever you want in the rest of the world, because there are not ambassadors yet on every side of the world. They're not rushing into getting ambassadors. They only do it, of course, if you're privileged to have that and based on your track record, yes, and what you will bring to the company. But this gentleman have it already. They are both not even 30 years old. So they're very young guys with a lot of potential to still grow, and I'm very, very, very honored to introduce them. So I'm gonna look if I can unmute them. Let's see how I'm. Moin and Munir, are you there?
Yeah. Hey, Paolo. How you doing, bro? Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you for the amazing introduction. And I feel honored to be on this call right now, obviously. And so I really want to say the fact that I know Paolo for quite a few years now, and I know what Paolo really has done in this industry. I know you've done awesome stuff in this industry, and we're very grateful to have you part of our team, representing all over the world right now. So we're very glad to have you, Paolo, and your leadership in this company right now, which is truly appreciated. I just want to say that everybody who's on this call right now, you're just at the beginning and right at the forefront of a company that's heading towards to hit billions, right? Heading towards to hit billions, right? So this company truly is something, and some opportunity here we have in our hand is something very special. We've been looking many different places. We've been looking around trying to find the right opportunity, actually, and we really couldn't see anything like Omnia. And we're very grateful to be the first distributor in the company, also represent as an ambassador in this company. So yeah, truly I'm very grateful for this opportunity, of course. Today I want to say that my part is, I just want to say that for everybody all around the world, wherever you are building right now, just know that because you're at the forefront of this company, the opportunity is far bigger than it would be a year down the line. So I would say you'd really want to take advantage of this opportunity. Go out there and make it happen, because fast beats the slow, the fast beats the intelligent. And if you are slow, guess what? You're not going to win. So it's the only way to win in this is being fast, right? You got to move really, really fast. In the last few days, actually, our organization been growing pretty rapidly. And the only reason because people realize and they understand this opportunity. And this is why it's moving very, very fast. So we have a few events coming up. I just want to quickly share with you. We have some events in London, the East London, West London. We have events coming up. Also in Netherlands, there's an event in Netherlands. We have Latin America growing very fast. In Colombia is growing very, very fast. So there's so many great leaders from Colombia on board. So we're very grateful to have you. I don't know if you're on the call right now, but you guys are doing awesome stuff in Colombia. And the people in Netherlands, because I believe this is a call mainly for the people from Netherlands, I want to say that the leadership in Netherlands, it truly is amazing. And I believe the unity is really what makes it good as it is right now. So stay united, stay strong, and really go out there, build this business. Paolo and Amira really leading from the front. So really, the best people to follow in Netherlands right now, you have Paolo and Amira, right? And they have our direct support from the company and from us. What I want to say is that a couple of things that I want to cover, and we only have 12 more days till the official launch of the company. So 1st of September is actually the official Omnia, right? It's going to be out there. So right now, we're not really still out there, although there's so much noises going on right now in the market. But from 1st of September, it's going to be fully out there. We have the official presentation video actually on the way now. It's completed. So this will be out tomorrow, I think. So you're going to see the official video, the official opportunity video of Omnia, right? And by 1st of September, you're going to have pretty much all the materials, everything that you need in order for you to build this business and build it strong. So we have only 12 more days to go. So really countdown begins. And at the pre-launch phase is actually the most exciting phase. So you really want to do as much work as possible at the pre-launch phase, because when the launch takes place, everyone's going to know about it. I mean, everyone already knowing about it because of the fast growth of this company already, although it's not even launched yet, right? On 1st of September it's getting launched. The next thing I want to say, you really want to do everything you possibly can to come down to the event in London. I cannot emphasize it enough because this really is the event that's going to do a completely game changer for you. If you haven't booked your ticket, book your ticket as soon as possible. It's the first official launch of Omnia that's going to take place from London, right? And it's happening in the O2 Arena. So you really want to be there. Couple of things I wanted to cover. What was the other thing? Regarding payments, because this is really important. You can pay with card, debit card, and all the rest, okay? Many other options are coming that you can pay with, but you can pay with Bitcoins, you can pay with bank transfer. There was this suggestion that was made by Paolo and Amira regarding this payment system. I can't remember what it was. What was it, Paolo?
Ideal.
Okay, so this is going to be out on Monday. So this is going to be ready on Monday. So you'll be able to pay with things like PayPal and things like that, right? So it's going to be, will I have PayPal?
Yeah, but when it's out, we'll let everyone know.
Okay, so it's gonna be out hopefully on Monday, right? So by Monday, obviously, we will know exactly obviously what it will have. The options will be available. But right now, what you do want to do is that you want to pay with Bitcoins or you want to pay with bank transfer. It works pretty smoothly. You can also pay with credit card, right? And when you pay with credit, when you pay with MasterCard and Visa card, what happens is that you pay in euros, but it's in dollars. It's supposed to be in dollars, right? But you pay in euros. So when you pay in euros, all you do, you send the company an email and they will refund you the difference in your cash wallet. Yeah, that's one way you can do it. You pay in euros and the difference, they will refund you in your cash wallet. And you can do that, yeah? So that's the other way in terms of payment. The other thing I want to speak about is the structure. And I think please double check for everybody. Make sure you have minimum $500 yourself and you have $500 direct sponsored left and right. How would you know if you have that? Well, you would know when you made a direct sell commission of minimum $100. You'd have got paid $50 direct sell, and you got $100 direct sell commission. And that's how you would know minimum that you actually have it. But still double check if you have the 500 on each side. Otherwise, you don't have it. The payouts are happening right now. So for the cycles, they'll be paying out right now. And the direct sell payout, as you know, it happens instantly. The moment the sell takes place, you get paid straight away. Yeah, so that's the cool thing about it. If you have any challenges, please, we have this email that you can always email to. It's called cms@omnia-tech.eu. You can email them. If you have any issues, just write it to them and they'll sort it out for you as fast as possible. Okay. Paolo, is there anything else you would like me to cover that you have thought of that you need me to cover?
Tell some things about Iceland.
Iceland, okay. Iceland was truly a great experience for all of us. Actually, I've never been into a mining firm before. I've never seen what a really mining firm really looks like. But to have the privilege of going to the largest cloud mining company in the entire world, to visit one of their largest mining firms, was really, I would say, it was a different kind of feeling. Really knowing what is really real, a real mining firm really looks like, you know. So we went there. We really experienced the hospitality of Dr. Marco Krohn, the founder of Genesis. We've met the founder of Omnia, the CEO of Omnia. They actually hired a private jet for us, and they took us all the way to Iceland, paid for everything, took us there, and obviously brought us back. But most importantly, when we went there, we actually met many leaders, many top leaders in this industry, and we saw the excitement in their face, because for the first time, we actually starting something like right from the scratch, but really get to check everything in and out. Really go there and check everything. Are they mining? Who's the company behind it? Who's the founders behind it? To be able to check everything and really get a 100% confidence and really go out there to build. And there's not like a black box. So you have a question and there's not an answer. You know, so everything was very transparent. You know, and also we did the official interview with Dr. Marco Krohn as well. So Amira did the interview. For those of you don't know who Amira is, that's Paolo's wife, and she's another amazing leader we have in Netherlands. And she did the interview actually with Dr. Marco Krohn, and that video will be officially out also in the next couple of days. So you'll all get to see the interview of Dr. Marco Krohn and what he has to say about Omnia and the relationship between Omnia and Genesis and so forth, right? But more than anything else, I'm very excited about what we all going towards, you know, where we're heading, all of us, you know, because guys, realize this, right? We may have a lot of questions, but for the first time, most of our questions are answered, right? You guys can feel what I'm saying, right? Most of our questions are answered. It's like almost every question is answered. Only things that right now this could be holding us between us and our success is the work. Is the work that we do in between that really going to get us to where we want to go. So I would really recommend go all out, make a list, plan the events in your local market, and really get to work. Don't delay it and just really get to work. Contact the leaders, because if you don't reach out to the people, they will be reached out by someone else. And those who you think that won't do it, I don't care how much you guys think that this person won't do it. I'm telling you, until you have spoken to them and you actually told them what it is, you actually don't know. Yeah, you actually don't know. So really go out there and speak to them. Doesn't matter how big leader they are, doesn't matter how small they are, it doesn't matter. Speak to everybody and really get to work. That's what I would say. But Iceland experience is something, it was really amazing. But the next trip is going to be in Sweden, right? So Sweden is the next trip that we're going to have. The mining firm in Sweden, we'll be visiting that one in the next couple of months, and all the diamonds and above will be able to go there. So really target yourself to hit minimum diamond in the next 2 months, if not your first month. Minimum target to hit diamond in the next 2 months, so that you get to qualify for the travel that we're going to go to in Sweden to visit the mining firm in Sweden, right? And then after that, we're going to go to China. The one that's in China, we'll be visiting that one. I think that's next year, between January, February time, we'll be visiting the one, because that's just getting ready right now, you know, so we'll be visiting that. But I really hope a lot of you guys get to experience what we've experienced. And a lot of times people say, you can't describe the color red, you can only see it, right? And it was an experience that you only can feel, right? You can only feel. It's not something, you have to experience it. It's not something I can explain it to words, although I would love to. But I can tell you that the belief level has increased to somewhere never before, right? It really has gone so high that we really truly, you know, feel so much confidence about this company. So that's why we're very excited. We can't sleep at night, working 24 hours to make it happen. Paolo, anything else you want me to cover, bro?
No, I want to thank you for your time, Munir. We really appreciate it. You have a fast-growing organization. We know that in Turkey it's exploding, in Mexico it's exploding, in Colombia it's exploding. Of course, in the UK it's exploding. So here in Holland, we were very, very thankful that you are here. I was just looking. We also have some leaders from Nigeria, as I see. We have Ghana. So it's not only
Nigeria, Ghana, Nigeria, huge market, man. I've never been to Nigeria, but if you guys can make something happen in Nigeria, I'll come down there. I'll come to Nigeria. Okay.
Remember the name Vincent Udoye.
Udoye, okay, I remember it.
We're gonna visit him next month. That will be okay.
Yeah, okay, awesome. I'll be in Turkey next week. So if you have any leaders in Turkey, let me know. Next week, I'll be in Turkey.
Okay, thank you very much, Munir. We really appreciate it, and speak to you soon.
Okay, thank you, Paolo.
Okay, bye bye.